Hi friends, Shaylee here. So it is time to start another Netgalley Manga reading vlog. I just recently got approved for a bunch, so that's why we are gonna do this video. So let's talk about what we're gonna get read today. So first up, I have a light novel that's been sitting on my Netgalley far too long, so I'm gonna put that in this video. It is The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 1. I really just need to sit down and focus and read that, so I'm going to prioritize doing that one first, and then we'll move on to the other things. So the other things that I'm hoping to get read for this vlog are Komi Can't Communicate, Volume 12, Blue Flag, Volume 7, which I'm still shocked I haven't sat down and read yet. Moriarty the Patriot, Volume 3. Yona of the Dawn, Volume 29, because y'all know me and Yona. And then I have Those Snow White Notes, Volume 1, She's My Knight, Volume 1, and Dawn of the Witch, Volume 1. Those three are all new Kodansha Digital first ones, so I'm really excited to have been approved for the arcs on those. So yeah, it's going to be a really fun manga reading day. Okay, so I actually just finished The Executioner and Her Way of Life. So the concept on this is really interesting. The thing that I'm struggling with this particular light novel is just the bluntness of the writing. Not all light novels are created equal. There's a particular light novel author that I really love, the one who does At Night I Become a Monster, though it is a little bit stinted there. And that's something just in contrast with light novels and novels. They're just written differently, and obviously you have translation things, so some of the whimsy of the beautiful writing in Japanese may not translate well for a light novel. So if they ever do a manga adaptation of The Executioner and Her Way of Life, I'm definitely going to pick it up because I really like the concept. Essentially, we have this girl, her name's Minot, or I think that's how you would pronounce it. Sorry, just need to switch my arms. And she is an executioner. So she's supposed to get rid of the otherworlders. So people who, come over from like Japan because all they do is bring chaos to their world. So she is tasked with killing them and eliminating them from her world. So it's really interesting. Like I said, then she comes across this particular girl who is unkillable and things go from there. It's fun, but I do think if we get this in a manga adaptation, I would like it more there. The little snippets of the art that we got were stunning and I loved it. So I really hope that we do get the manga eventually for this one. But overall, I'm going to give it like a 3.5 star because the story concept is great. And it's just something that's a difference between like a novel and a light novel. When you're having Western people read a light novel, it's just a harder sell unless you're used to reading light novels. So, unless you like the format of light novels, maybe wait and see if we get the manga for this one. Or just go in knowing that the writing is going to feel kind of stunted. And I do think we lose something in translation with light novels. So. Okay, so I just finished Komi Can't Communicate Volume 12, and it was just full of Komi cuteness. We have exam season, so we're getting the recurring like quiet study session. This is round 4, where they get thwacked for being too loud in the library. That was so fun. And then we've got time at the beach, and we're in summer break, and it's just been really fun. And Komi continues to blush with her crush on Tadano, and it's cute. And the friend that we started to meet in Volume 12 seems to be having feelings for Tadano as well, even here in Volume 12. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out over the next few volumes. So, okay, so I just finished Volume 7 of Blue Flag, and my heart. This manga is seriously a masterpiece. It is having all of the really important discussions that you would expect in an LGBT-centered manga. And you get to see how each of the parties are processing information that happened in the end of Volume 6. And I'm tearing up still thinking about this volume. It's very poignant. It is so important. So, so important. And I cannot wait for you guys to read it. It is so, my heart. And we only have one more volume of this series. Like, I have a feeling that I know how at least part of it's gonna go, but I'm not going to boo-boo the fool myself yet by telling you. But all I know is this is a series that's going to live rent-free in my head for the rest of forever because of the way that it talks about expectations, societal norms. I mean, we have some of our side characters having this big, long discussion about, what's right, what's wrong, if any of it is, and how some people can get to a point where it doesn't matter, like, they're going to be firm on certain things and how they feel and why they get that way. And I think it was a really important discussion, and it helped open the eyes of characters and opened the eyes of people who might not be aware of things. And it was so good. It was so good. Like, seriously, this volume in particular is going to live rent free in my head for a long time. I even screenshot a couple things so I can write quotes down because it's so beautiful. I cannot wait to have a physical copy where I can actually, tab it up a little bit. And it's just so important and so good. And oh, my heart. Seriously, these characters, I am so attached. And this series is so good. If you've been sleeping on Blue Flag, you gotta read it. It's only 8 volumes. It's nice and short, but what's being done and what's being told in the story is so important. Okay, volume 29 of Yona just happened, and I can't even with this series. This volume was so good. It's a very Hawk-centered volume. And Hawk is he is my king. I love Hawk so much. And the fierceness that Hawk shows in this particular volume is fantastic. And Suwon's advisor is kind of involved in this volume. I can say that without really getting into spoilers of what's going on in the volume. And he sees Hawk in a different light now, and it's so intriguing and so interesting. And I am really curious about what's going to happen from here in the series. It could go a couple of different ways, and I would be okay with any of the directions, honestly. I'm just curious which one the mangaka is going to choose, because I love this series. Sorry. I love these characters. We also get to see a very fierce Yona, which we always love to see. Yona in volume 29 and Yona in volume 1 are 2 completely different women, and I love to see it. Anyways, just know that if you are not on board and haven't kept going with Yona, you are seriously missing out, because it just keeps getting better and better with each volume. Honestly, I've not felt a slide back with any of the volumes of Yona from volume 10 on. So, anyways, the series is solid and good, and my pride and joy in my heart, and I love it. So, all right, so I'm back. I just finished volume 3 of Moriarty, and the way that they're building the relationship between Moriarty and Holmes is a little unexpected for me, but in a really good and positive way. So you kind of get why Moriarty does what he does, but then you get to see Holmes come and do what he does, and how all of that's going to come together later is just going to be so good. The suspense factor of this series is fantastic. I am going to put some trigger warnings out there for this 3rd volume, though, because there is violence towards children in this particular volume. So make sure you take care of yourself if you're sensitive to those kinds of things. Obviously, we see those guys go down. That's the way this series is working. And it's really well done. I really enjoy it. Alrighty, so I just finished volume 1 of Those Snow White Notes, and this is a music-centered manga that is absolutely fantastic. So we have this young man, his grandfather has passed away, and he feels like he's lost his sound. And he didn't like the sounds left in the house, so he runs away to Tokyo and meets people, and that influences him. It gets him playing again, gets him out of his funk. And then his absentee mother kind of comes back into the picture, but he and his older brother have a great bond. Like, this is just really, really good and just very centered on him finding his own sound and the talent that he has. And it's beautiful. I love it so much. And I'm definitely excited to keep going on this one. This is a digital first Kodansha situation. I don't think they're doing physical prints of this one. If they are, I would totally buy them because the art is amazing. So, yes. But I highly recommend checking out those Snow White Notes. And I will be continuing to pick it up from here on out. Alrighty, so I'm back and I've just finished volume 1 of She's My Knight. And it was so funny and so cute. This is definitely like, I would say it's kind of like Kaguya-sama Love is War shoujo style, but not quite. It has a similar tone in the comedy, I would say, but it's definitely like this guy is like 4.5 inches shorter than this girl. She's really cute, but she has like the short hair, so the girls find her really attractive too. So it's one of those, she's found attractive by both genders. He was kind of the good-looking guy at school, but now there's this tall, beautiful girl that's getting everybody's attention, and he's jealous, and he also has feelings for her, and it's just adorable shenanigans. It's so fun. There's even a point where one of the teachers tries to play matchmaker between the two of them, but he chickens out because he's too nervous, and it's just so fun. I had a great time reading this one. I do know this is going to be a digital first, so definitely check this one out. I had a great time reading it. And we are to the final clip of this vlog. And I'm giving this one 2 stars. Do not recommend, will not continue. So the story is a very basic isekai story. Weak guy, transported, relies on strong people kind of a situation. And the amount of panty shots in this first volume is too much for me. The fan service is way overboard. I can handle some, you know? I mean, I read Mashima stuff and I don't get offended by any of that. So, like, I can handle a decent level of fan service, but, like, this little tiny girl was basically not wearing anything and sitting spread eagle, showing off her panties all the time. And I just can't. I can't do it. It is not my thing. It is not my style. I'm sure it's for someone, but this one is definitely not for me. And I'm sad because I was excited at the concept of it. But yeah, this one it's a fail for me. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who are going to love this, but that is not me. Not my style at all. So with that said, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys continue to enjoy this series. I've been getting a lot of compliments on it. And if you made it to the end of this video, put a music associated emoji down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.